And welcome back to the third and final game of this series. It is going to be Sigma.YNT versus HF in game number 3. Game number 1 goes to Sigma.YNT after unexpected circumstances, but in game number 2, HF prove yet again that they're looking like a much better team now with the erase on their side. So we're going to be seeing if they can win another one. Me personally, I tried to be unbiased, but I'm really hoping that HF loses this one. Why? You're asking me because tomorrow, then we're going to have tiebreakers, right? Tomorrow we would have tiebreakers anyways for, it's going to be the best of 1 tiebreakers for sure. But if Sigma.YNT wins this one, we're going to have HF versus X3 for the seeding of the 7th and the 8th place, though someone might forfeit those. And then if PuckChamp would beat Hydra, which is highly unlikely, but there is a chance, considering that, you know, Hydra, they have been looking like the best team. Then we would have a tiebreaker between Sigma and
Dire team back.
sorry, we would have, yeah, if Hydra beat PuckChamp, we would have a tiebreaker between Sigma and PuckChamp, right? We would have 3. If this game goes in favor of Sigma, we're having 3 tiebreakers. Let's put it that way. We don't know which 3, but we know which 2. There's going to be the round robin best of 1, and there's going to be HF versus X3. And there's a potential for either PuckChamp Hydra or PuckChamp Sigma. So, but if Sigma loses this one, we're only going to be looking at the tiebreakers between the 3 teams, the best of 1s, and potentially, if Hydra loses, of PuckChamp versus Hydra. So, in my mind, for the sake of great Dota, I'm hoping for more tiebreakers, right? Even though tomorrow with 2 best of 3s and 3 best of 1s, at least, my day would be long, hard, but I don't mind.
Team pick.
For all you Dota lovers, the pauses between the major coming in and saying hello, I would be very happy for that one. HF, they're gonna open up with the Tree and Sigma. They ban out the Brood Mother. Let's see without it how much can they actually do. They've really not been looking good with the Brood. So let's see, have they won any games with the Brood? Nope.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, this is the first time they were playing the Brood? What the hell? What the? They never played it, and they thought that it was a strong hero, and they just were super bad on the hero. Yeah. Their opening pick is usually the Treant Protector, which is going to be taken by HF this time around. Maybe the Brood was the problem. Let's see, Sigma, they're going to go for the bat. That is something that they played in the past for you. Should know how to utilize this one for sure. Let's see how many games they've played the bat. Bat in Division 1 was very bad. Very, very bad. I have to say the hero was banned out quite a lot, so you could say that in the games it would have been good it got banned out.
5 seconds
Actually, not seeing any bad games for Sigma. I mean, okay, they have played one against Rise, lost the game. They're going to be picking up a Rubik. Sigma are 3rd. They have a chance of going to Division 1 still, and they're being destroyed by a team that got demolished by everyone. How the hell? Sigma beat PuckChamp. I don't know.
10 seconds
this is just what we did play 3 games in the first week, and I have to say in the first week, teams just weren't looking that great.
Radiant team ban.
When did they play? When did they play Hydra? I want to see that. So they played Hydra.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, in the first week as well. I guess they got through the worst in the first week. And then they just got a little bit of a momentum there. Sigma are just not looking good. I mean, they have some nice players, Violent and Manscore in particular. And I've seen Kuropatic in the past as well do well. But For You and Queasy have been very shaky for me. Even Vanscore has been shaky. Violent, I think, has been doing overall a decent job. So anyways, HF are going to be responding to a bat with an ember. Sometimes we see a bat into an ember, sometimes an ember into a bat. I would favor the ember slightly in the matchup just because the bat doesn't have that much armor. So if you get an early Blightstone, you just spam out the Sleight of Fist. The bat it's very hard for the bat to play Dota. And you always have mana for your spells as an ember. I am a big fan of not skilling the flame guard on the ember against the bat. It's not gonna save you. Like your flame guard, even if it's maxed out, of course that's not gonna be the case. You usually take it 2 points, but even if it's maxed out, it's gonna be burned really fast by the bat. So you want to be able to get him low so that he can never go on you. You're just going Sleight of Fist chains, Sleight of Fist chains, Sleight of Fist chains, and well, the bat doesn't have the HP to threaten you, does he? So Morphling does get banned out by HF. Okay.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, that's something that Violent has looked pretty good on. They got rid of the
5
techies.
seconds remaining.
Did the techies get a victory yesterday? I can't remember. Yeah, techies got his first victory. He's 1-6. It was Cybercast that were playing it. So I would say that it's not really the greatest hero to pick up, but Sigma, they did want to ban it out. So what's it gonna be? They're gonna go for the Tiny, no surprise there. We usually see a Tiny or a Tusk in this pick. That's just the easiest way to draft. So if you're not sure on that third pick, you
Naga Siren.
pick it up. So it's gonna be a Naga coming out. It's actually quite good against all three of these heroes. None of them do well against the Naga, do they? Not in the lane, not in the game.
10 seconds.
That is just looking like a pretty good one for Xani. Of course, there could be an offlaner that deals well with you. Something like an LC comes to mind. We could see an offlane Snapfire. I think that would be a decent one here. So HF, they need something that's going to be playing with the Ember. And that's why the techies was banned. Hoodwink, okay, you're going to go for the Mirana. Hoodwink and techies have been really bad in Division 2. In Division 1, those two heroes were very popular, and it is going to be a Tinker coming out for you. You're playing a Tinker into a Naga Siren into a Mirana, though. I think there's going to be a Yule Scepter buy here. So they thought there's not going to be a Tinker picked up, but For You knows what he's doing with this one. Sigma are 3-0 with the Tinker currently, so that is a good counter to Illusion Heroes. The Naga Siren is a little bit different because she can set up for you. If you see him, you use the ulti, you go forward. We'll see how it works out. I think this is probably going to be our closest game so far. So Sigma, what do you ban? They're taking their time here. So saving the Tinker, offlaners. Beastmaster is banned out already. Vision giving heroes, that's what you're afraid of.
Dire team ban.
That's rid of the Doom. Okay. I guess Purge heroes as well. The way that you catch the Tinker is Yule Scepters and some kind of Purge, right? Because if he does have the defense matrix on him, you're not really going to kill him, are you? He's always going to be able to blink away and not going to be able to do anything about it. Plus the status resistance is way too hard to deal with. They're going to ban out the Ursa and the SF. Okay. This is most likely going to be a position 5 Rubik. For Vanscore and Queasy will be playing a Tiny with the bat in the offlane. So what can go well? It's probably going to be a melee hero. They're going to be banning out the Night Stalker. That would be a good one in terms of vision. And also you don't care about the defense matrix because you're ulti. I was thinking that Sigma picked a Spirit Breaker. Like, what the hell are you doing? That is a good hero against the Tinker for sure. I'm a little bit scared for the damage of HF, but they've shown that they can survive through these parts of the game where they have damage issues, get a couple of kills, then they'll be fine. And I really like the lane of the Mirana Spirit Breaker against the Rubik. Also, Tinker in the mid lane is going to be in a lot of trouble. Because Mirana is there harassing with the Rubik, and usually it is the Rubik that's going to be winning the trade, but then you go for a charge and the Rubik just dies. I actually would not hate the Lifestealer here. Sigma. I actually think it makes a lot of sense because you don't really need a damage link here. You need something that's gonna live. And here on the heroes of HF, they have nothing to kill him. Yes, the Spirit Breaker can be annoying, but Ember Spirit, Naga don't do much. You have a way to get out of the overgrowth without the BKB. You're probably gonna be making a BKB in this one. I'd be down for it. Let's see if there's anything else. Monkey King would be good as well. Though the heroes that you have on your side aren't that great with a monkey. You're kind of on your own. You want to have a fat frontliner when you're playing a monkey. So I'd rather see a lifesteal or anything else. Anything else that comes to mind? Faceless Void, I guess. Could be a solid Void game. You could get stunned up from 100 to 0, but overall it's not that bad of a game. A lot of spells here that are being spammed where the time dilation will come into play. I don't know if you feel confident going for another illusion hero, you know, like a TB. They're gonna go for a Seeker. Okay, that actually looks pretty decent. No, it's not really a classic frontliner, but it is like a lifestealer, a hero that stays in the lane for a long period of time, and that's what you want with the Tinker. You want him to get that level 12. It used to be blink on the Tinker, max out marches, you defend the towers. Nowadays, it's level 12 on the Tinker. When you have level 12 on the Tinker, when you get faster across the map and can actually go for creeps, because level 1 Keen Convince is just on the towers. When you can get on the creeps with the TP and have a blink, that's actually quite nice. And you want the towers to be alive, or as many towers to be alive as possible. When you look at HF, they can't really push all that much, and their ability to get Violent out of the lane, I mean, it's not the worst, but it's not great either. There is a good chance that we see the towers standing strong a long time in this game, because when you look at the teams, there's not too much tower push. This is a very close game. I have to say, you know, might be my bias, hoping for more tiebreakers, going for Sigma, but they haven't lost a single game with the Tinker. And that, for me, is the thing that kind of seals the deal here. Yes, the thing is, again, HF have strong lanes. And once again, I do believe if they start the role, that they can just go around the map killing everyone, and they're not going to be losing towers. At some point, the Naga is going to be so strong, you're going to overwhelm them. But overall, I do believe that you have ways to deal with the Naga Siren with the Tinker. The Bloodseeker actually looks quite decent, and he's one of the better heroes against these high armor heroes when he gets the shard. So I think that Sigma have everything they need. But it was proven twice today that HF are looking like the better team. So we'll see if that does come to fruition here in game number 3. Will HF be better in this game as well? We don't know, but we find out after a short break and a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And welcome back. The game will start. We're gonna see that HF are still in a PC game club. Ready to play, ready to fight. Ready to show what they got. They've got quite a lot. They already should have won this series 2-0, but we're going to be getting a little bit more Dota action because of unforeseen circumstances. Let's see. Sigma, you have to prove yourselves
magic.
now.
I have laser beams. I'm going to call that experiment a failure.
He's going to call that experiment a failure. This guy is a level 30 Tinker. That means that you have played a Tinker every hour of every day for the past year and a half. And for those of you who don't know where the reference is from. Anyways, the Mirana and the Spirit Breaker here, they do have some nice masks. They're going to be covering their faces. Their enemies don't know who they are. Let's see, Van Score, Proletari coming from the side there, taking the tree down. Van Score is gonna be arrowed, and that should be the first blood. The Ember wants to get the kill. He won't be able to. He was laser, so didn't really have the chance to get the damage in there. In the end, it is gonna be Proletari that does get the kill. Very nice arrow coming through. 3 runes for HF as well. Well, they're quite happy. They are quite happy with the start. The only problem is, of course, the Emperor doesn't get the first blood. You want him to get it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Lanes are going to be very interesting in this game because I'm not sure how the bottom lane should go. The Seeker should farm better, but the Mirana and the Spirit Breaker have kill potential. Top lane, it's going to be a farm fest most likely, but if you make a mistake as a Naga, you can actually die. We'll see. I kind of feel like the supports on both lanes are going to be in a lot of trouble, especially the position 5s, right? On one side, the Chain Protector. On the other side, the Rubik. Rubik is going to have to be on point with the lifts on the Spirit Breaker. Or he's going to die. The thing is, you know, look at this. Both the Tiny and the Treant, they have such high damage. But Treant still has slightly more. And Tiny has 0 armor. Treant has 1. And that 1 really does make a difference. Usually it's like, okay, I have shit armor. But compared to 0, it's actually quite great. Here's to see how well the Ember will do in the lane. We're seeing the Tinker having a couple of denies there. It is normal. Because, yeah, well, the laser, it does give you that. Sleight of Fist is not like the Juggernaut ulti, that when you use it, it just purges off the negative debuffs. Oh, slight mistake there from Proletari. He wanted the creep, he doesn't even get that, and then he walks into a Blood Right. I'm really looking forward to this lane race. Like, I didn't sign up for this. I thought I was gonna be laning against a bat. Well, they're not. For you has had different plans. I'm just not sure if they are actually giving Kuropatic a really bad game because of this. That could be a problem. Because Kuropatic, I mean, he farmed on his broods in the previous 2 games, but really his impact was non-existent. So I was hoping more that he's going to be getting a Blink Initiator, something that's going to allow him to have impact no matter what. Not going to be the case. Weebian is being smacked a little bit by Violent and Vanscore here. Overall, not that much damage is going to be going his way. The Proletari actually farming decently well on the Spirit Breaker. This hero is not necessarily super strong in the laning phase. He's going to be taking some damage right now. So what they're doing, at this point, they're getting him low before the wave gets into his tower. So that Proletari cannot play aggressively around his tower, right? That's what you want. Oh, nice charge there. Beautifully done, Proletari. Actually, well, you do have 4 stick charges, but you have to be very careful. He's going to be given a tango. It should be fine, but Violent, look at him. He's just posturing. He doesn't even want to right-click them. He gets out of the tower vision, and now he's getting them lower as well. This is why we're getting them low. Proletari will get himself away from the Blood Right. He does have the charge. Arrow will connect. Proletari charges himself away, goes through them. The glyph will be used. That means that they want to continue going forward. Weebian with a leap. He'll be fine. But look at how fast Violent is. He'll finally have to get himself away. Oh, that's the courier dead. The little chinchilla loses his life, and Proletari should have enough HP to live. Weebian, on the other hand, well, you saw it, doesn't really. Vanscore does take him down. Look at the positioning of Violent. Without your Mirana, it's very hard. And Kuropatic on the bat, he's gonna be pausing. Sigma, they're the ones that are gonna be having some issues right now. Kuropatic, he says go. HF, are you ready? Seems like they are.
Radiant are scanning.
Proletari is gonna be getting the Wind Lace with a Spirit Breaker. It's all about movement speed. Your bash does more damage if you have more movement speed. Oh, Erase does eat a Fade Bolt there, but he's gonna be fine. I like how he's playing Erase. Every single time I've seen him in the mid lane, he has done well, and here it's happening again. Again, all 3 lanes are actually going in favor of HF. Looking at the network, they're doing well. Of course, the Spirit Breaker, he's probably losing in CS, but he did get the first blood, so that's why he's slightly ahead of the Bloodseeker, or right next to him in terms of farm. Oh, there's gonna be an avalanche, so we dropping low, and going through that one gonna be quite tough. Futsani actually does kill up the net just to make sure that Kuropatic can't do much. They're gonna be taking down the illusions. Xani, did you get a little bit too far from home? Nah, he's gonna be more than fine. With the Firefly expiring, Xani knows that he's gonna be more than safe. Very nice approach there. Sometimes we don't see a level in the net. Sometimes people are greedy, but more and more they are going for more points with Weebian. You might want to leap away, my friend. This guy's gonna be getting super fast, but look at Violent. Look at the Raid Scar there. Yeah, you're not gonna be the only one that charges forward, Proletari. Lane is starting to look really good here in the bottom for Sigma. He's gonna go for a charge out. Actually, for a charge in, Proletari is gonna be taking them up on that bluff, on that fight, but fighting a full-grown bull.
What have we here?
You don't want to be doing that. Kuropatic taking some damage, just like with the Brood. He's gonna be able to go over the cliff there and be fine. Ember Spirit, he is
Dire's
looking at the
middle
map
tower
like, can
is
any of
under
my
attack.
supports die, please? Can I get a refill on the bottle? Getting the Mirana here, arrow flying through, connecting up to the Rubik, but the rune will be on the top lane. It is gonna be Queasy that secures it. He didn't wait for the Tinker. Weird. But I guess the Tinker is good in terms of resources, and the Ember is not.
Radiant's top tower is
Xani
under
goes
attack.
forward. Kuropatic. Have to be careful. Queasy is in the vicinity. Xani, have you gone too far? With Zoe coming from the side. Kuropatic getting low. He doesn't have the Firefly. Has 3 stick charges. Should be fine. But Zoe, he's going to be one that takes tower shots. And with the 1 armor, well, actually now 2. It's still going to be enough for him to go down. Kuropatic, he takes a flight. And I'm not sure he'll get out to this one. Actually, he should be fast enough. Xani, he's a Nagasarn. He's fast. He has a net. He has caught you. But the Avalanche will protect Kuropatic and Xani. He is the one in trouble now. Let's go with my bat. A couple of hits there from the tree. Want to be a part of that one. Lead, double Starstone, Van score, dead. Weebian finally finds this Rubik that he has been attacking for a very long time, of course, without the help of Proletariat this time around. Who is approaching? Oh man, look at how fat he is. Xani dropping low, and the Leech Seed gives him just enough HP. He's TPing away for you. First rotation, not good. HF again doing well in lanes. Look at the net worth of the Spirit Breaker winning the lane against the Bloodseeker. Yes, the first blood does come into play, but boy oh boy is that a good start for a Spirit Breaker. Very rarely you see this hero thrive in the laning phase, especially so much, but this is what's going to be happening here in game number 3 between these two
Radiant's
teams.
middle tower is under attack.
EBN comes to the mid lane. Tinker is gonna show himself. Sleight of Fist chains. Here comes the arrow. You're not gonna be able to dodge that one. Erase. Can they finish him off? They need the double Starstorm. Gonna be jumping in. The double Starstorm is gonna be connecting just enough damage. TP out for you. Not gonna be successful. And with the Keen Conveyance, we know that it's a little bit of a longer TP. Very nicely done there. The Tinker does drop. Queasy will come to the mid lane to prevent the damage being done to the tower. Weebian not having any mana. And that's gonna be very lucky for the Tiny, because if he had it, that could have been another kill. Illusion Rune Erase didn't want to hold on to that one, even though it's quite good against both the Bat and the Tinker. Even against the silence of the Bloodseeker. Overall, that is going to be fine for you. Where is he going? Where should he go? I don't have a home. Guys, I'm a good Tinker player. I can win this for you guys, but need some help. Violent is skating on the bottom lane. Proletari has been caught. He's trying to get himself away. Not going to be happening with all the damage. He's going to have to accept his death. Violent gets the kill. TP in from Zoe. Maybe it's just going to be a bonus. Nope, they don't have enough to continue going for that one. And HF, they're coming with a move towards bot. The top lane, there's a dive, and they want to be killing the Bat with a Sleight of Fist chains. He just rooted all this time. He's caught in a net. You should be the one lassoing opponents, but a taste of his own medicine. That's what's gonna be happening. Ember didn't leave a remnant on the bottom lane. If he did, maybe he could have went to the bottom lane to fight, but he reacted way too fast. Violent now. He's being targeted with the Mirana being here, and the Treant as well. They could be able to kill the Seeker. See when the help will come, coming in with the stun. Arrow flies through. He's not gonna move. They don't even need the Nether Strike. Proletari will bash the head of Violent there in, and does get himself another kill. Continue to do well on the Spirit Breaker, and HF continue to do well. They're now 3k gold ahead. What is this team? Where was this team? This team is actually crushing everybody. Was no mistake that they took games from Hydra, they took games from PuckJam. It was a little bit too late, but it took some time for them to find their stride. Toss from the Tiny, not gonna be happening. As soon as Xani lands on the ground, his illusions will finish the job. Xani continues to do well for you, is charged up in his base. Yeah, did see the Spirit Breaker on a ward there, so that is not gonna be doing anything. 4 points in the bash. He's going for a
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
for an invis. Understandably so. That's the item you want. Tinker has the blink, but still, until you're level 12, you don't do anything. You need a level 12. Usually, it's gonna be the Tinker that takes the books. Only the first one you don't secure. Robotic, lasso, had ready. Have a toss combo. Okay, you don't want to be near each other. Look at the burst, just zaps from everywhere, and pew 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 from 4U. But it is gonna be Vanscore that secures both of them. Aggressive plays from HF finally are going to be punished. They didn't have their Spirit Breaker there to control the Tinker, to control the damage. And these two, the Mirana and the Ember, they just don't have enough HP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Laser and Fade Bolt. Man, was that a lot of damage. I definitely weren't expecting that one, but Sigma, they had 4 heroes around the mid lane, and that's gonna be more than enough for them to get the kills. Violent, Rupture at the ready. Once more, Spirit Breaker doesn't want to bleed from his backside, so he gets himself into the trees. They want to be the ones initiating, but look at the Rubik in a good position to save Violent if it does come to any kind of an engagement. Nope. HF, what will they do? They'll bring more heroes. That's what you want. So the tone was dropped. It seems like they are given to Tinker. Is this a Rubik left alone? Hello, Van Score. We're coming for you. You're very likely to die. And yep, he's not surrounded. He knows that death is coming. He's gonna steal the charge, but with a couple of bashes there, it is gonna be over. So he secures the kill. I'm the one who found him. It's only natural that I get the kill, and now it is gonna be HF that go for a push. We're seeing that not a single tower has fallen. Towers really haven't taken any significant damage on the map. To be expected when we see the heroes that are being played. One team doesn't have good push. The other team has really bad push, but they have a hero that defends towers. Rubik shows himself in the bottom lane. Do you want to defend this one? That's a stolen charge from Vanscore going forward, and the Treant is going to be dropping low. Very low chance of surviving here, but he does have the Ogre Oath. You cannot steal it right now. He's going to have the Living Armor, so he's just keeping them in place. While the Spirit Breaker gets himself away, they didn't have the damage to finish off the Tinker, but yeah, they're gonna have the damage for the Batrider this time around. Your lasso is not gonna be good here. He doesn't even get to use it, and the first meta strike of the game is successful. For you, comes with the defense matrix. It's gonna be completely fine there. 6 to 9. In terms of kills here, and the towers still haven't fallen. This is a level 30 Tinker that doesn't have a single cosmetic for him. So if there's any fans out there, just send him something. You know, walking around naked there. Maybe he's just humble. That could be the case. Queasy, level 6. I'm not sure how much he needs for a Blink Dagger, but he's very, very poor. 2,000 net worth on him, even less on the Rubik. The supports of HF are slightly more farmed. Vanscore is going to be going for a charge. He's going for Zoe. We'll get into his face, push him back. Zoe, it was stolen. It's going to be the Living Armor, so that means the towers. It's going to be even harder to take him down. No mana on Vanscore, and they're going for the Tinker. Bash into an arrow. It's going to be an easy one. Jump over the cliff there. No Rupture coming out from Violent. He cannot continue moving forward. They got themselves a really nice kill here on the side of HF, but again, the towers, they're not dropping. Vanscore without any mana. Well, he's gonna have to accept this destiny, which is gonna be death. He had the Living Armor. He wanted to heal his towers. But first, you need to be alive to be able to provide medical assistance. Well, that's that part in school he has missed.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Spirit Breaker, Shadow Blade at the ready. This is very dangerous. Look at how farmed he is. Very rarely do you see a Spirit Breaker this farmed. He's gonna have an Axe or a BKB very early on. I actually wouldn't mind a BKB. But then again, I would be okay with an Axe into a Lotus Orb. Really, just any item combination makes a lot of sense. The good thing is you have a Mirana. The Mirana now makes more sense because you picked up the Spirit Breaker. He's not going to be going for utility items, and that's why you have a relatively high farming potential support that is going to be buying the Guardian Greaves at least. If I would be the Mirana, I'd say Guardian Greaves Yules would be my items of choice. That's a tiny with 600 gold 15 minutes in. Oh my god, he's never going to have a blink. Especially because his team is so greedy. Trying to break the smoke there, not gonna be happening. Xani doesn't want to get caught. There's gonna be jumping from the Tinker. They found Xani, and this is a dead Naga. He's gonna use the Manta and goes for the sleep. He's alive! No, the toss was off the mark. Violent, you just needed to move. That is the only thing you needed to do there, my friend. And they make a mistake. Sigma are just playing really bad Dota today. And HF, they're gonna be using that. And Violent, you're a little bit too deep. That is not your home, my friend, but no problem. We're gonna help you find yours immediately in 30 seconds. You're gonna be spawning right there. Oh, what a disaster for Sigma. Everything is falling apart completely. And HF, they don't want to be playing that tiebreaker game tomorrow. That really wouldn't matter all that much anyways. Man, if Cybercats lost to Rise Esports yesterday, I would say HF would have a really good shot at beating them. Really, really good shot.
Oh my. This is good.
The boys are playing really good Dota. Nope. On the February the 16th, Cybercats did beat HF. So, you know, they did beat them recently. But with the race, this team is just looking like a completely different beast. Coming towards the top lane, they want to defend. Violent, you need to get out of this one. But you see, going in, the dust was used. And that's going to be a very dead Batrider. Mech is not going to be saving you. Not a natural item on the bat either. Look at Zoe now coming forward. He's going to get the root onto Vanscore. There it is, the root. The follow-up will be as well. What is happening? I'm rooted. They're everywhere. And charging in onto the Tinker. You're not going anywhere. The Bachelor there is going to be using the Rupture onto Proletari. And actually, Violent is living through this one. But it doesn't matter. They're still going to be able to take down the Tinker. Murana didn't lose her life, so he's gonna try to get himself into the trees. Violent has to be careful. He's very low. The root from Erase is gonna be there. He still has the Arcane Rune. Look at the amount of damage this guy does. Violent is fast, but there's no more blood to thrive on. There's gonna be your own. Now the rocks are being thrown out. Sani does join in. Erase gets a triple kill. Last game Ultra. This game triple. And he wants to solidify it just like in the previous one. He gets that Ultra. No rampage for you. But he's gonna be crushing Sigma.YNT so much. And now the tower in the top lane will fall. Actually, HF, they're thinking about it. Naxani will leave his illusions. So that's gonna be at 5 heroes dead for Sigma. 6,000 damage done by the Ember Spirit. Erase is a god. Where was this guy till now? Where did they find him? Right?
Radiant's top tower is under
Like,
attack.
it's insane. I don't know him, so I haven't been at the top of EU pubs for a very long time. So I don't know the new boys on the block. But I don't think I've seen this Nick race. So he's definitely relatively new. I'm impressed. The guy is crushing it. You give him an Arcane Rune, and he gives you so much. BKB is almost gonna be done. How do you deal with him then? How do you actually kill him? Even with the Rupture and the Lasso, it's actually debatable if the Ember Spirit is gonna die, because all of your damage is magical. You don't do physical damage. So I heard the charge, but it's just gonna be for out pushing. Queasy, well, he is dreaming of a blink. Batrider is dreaming of his life. Queasy will at least send the Treant away, and the Treant will be enjoying there the kill with his teammates. Queasy is gonna be charged up. You don't have your spells, you don't have your life. They're gonna take him down for you. Blinks in. Very big mistake, my friend. Into the root, into the Starstorm. Living armor was stolen, but it's not gonna help anyone. Vanscore, he gets an arrow to the back, and Erase, he gets a double kill. He's a monster on a kill that definitely goes alongside with the way he plays this game. And that's gonna be 4 heroes dead from Sigma, just like that. No chances in hell that they were gonna bring down a single hero. And look at the differences between the carries Violent is farming. But when you look at the Naga Siren, Violent seems like a bug ready to be squashed. Sigma, they're just not on par with HF today. Huh? You know, imagine the team talk of Sigma after this series. Okay, guys, I mean, we can beat HF when they lose their power 20 minutes into the game. You should look at the positives. Not a lot of positives here to look at for sure. This is looking catastrophic for Sigma. They're 13,000 gold behind. They haven't lost a single game with the Tinker. This might be the first one. And if they lose this one, it's going to be their last game played in the season of DPC. They're not gonna get a chance to go to Division 1, and PuckChamp are gonna know that they qualified. I found the Spirit Breaker, Proletari. This time around, the toss will be fine, and Vanscore in the end, he does get the kill with the stolen charge. So finally a clean kill. It is going to be on their part of the map. They cannot capitalize on it. No towers will fall because of it. But at least it's a kill. It's something nice going their way. Start is a start for you. For the Tinker, looking at this game, guys, I can still do it. I'm still undefeated. Percentages, they work in our favor. No, the Dota plus percentage, 22 to 11, I think. We had the exact same score. No, don't come back into the arrow. No, why did you do it? This is suicide coming out from Queasy. A guy can't even get by Blink Dagger. Bam, head first into an arrow. And he's just gonna be taken down. Increasing the gold lead even further, doubling you in kills 20 minutes in. This is just so huge. Violence is being charged up. Look at this. The cow is coming. You're just gonna be hearing moo noises. And you have to run away. Look at how fast it is. And when he heads first into you, that's gonna be a lot of pain into the Bloodseeker. He does have a BKB, and that's gonna be saving him from an arrow. But it is a it is a 60-second cooldown, basically, for 9 seconds of your BKB. We're quite happy with it. And Rubik is almost dying to the Naga illusions. He will live through it in the end. The Violent comes over to assist. Tinker, going for a race. In the enemy triangle, he knows without the BKB, the Seeker can't do anything. You come close, you die. In the race, he does have his 9-second BKB to keep himself safe. Blink Dagger from the Tiny. It is a late one, but better late than ever. Let's see what he can do with it. Rubik does have the stolen charge. He's going in onto the Mirana. Will push her back. This time is going to last for a very long time, but no one can assist. No one can help. Rubik is going to stay there in the back. They go in for a charge onto Violent. Rubik is already dead. Let's see Violent. What are you going to do? He got the Rupture off. They're also going to get the lasso onto the Ember. BKB being used to race. He is fine. Slide of Fist. Chains to the side. And now with the charge, Violent, you're fast, but I'm faster. Actually, the defense major is keeping him alive. He's going to turn around to fight, and he still survives. Living Armor onto Proletariat. Not going to be enough. Okay, that smoke. Just a second too late. And it is gonna be a dead Proletari Spirit Breaker. The Mirana dropped down as well. Man, that defense matrix really coming into play. And look at the Naga. Heart and Butterfly didn't even go for the silence in this game. Let's go for the Abyssal Blade next. It's gonna be so hard to deal with these illusions. The only thing you want is for them not to be together, so the Tinker cannot clear them out on his own. Smoke will break. They have the blink going in. Ember will get caught. He's gonna get lifted up. He gets silenced. No, he dodges it just at the nick of time. The Treants will be dropping down, but they do get the arrow into the Seeker. No follow-up damage, no follow-up stuns. You have to run if you're HF, and Kuropatic is on the chase. Be somewhat careful. They're gonna find the Ember. Don't have the lasso, and the race in a lot of trouble. He will be taken down. That's gonna be 770 gold, even with the sleep. Xani, he cannot change the outcome of this engagement. And Sigma, they are starting to fight back. Even with a 12k gold net worth disadvantage, they are still moving forward. They're still fighting. They're still playing. Finally, Queasy does have the ability to do so with the blink. Let's see how HF are gonna adjust. Now with the enemies getting their item timings, they are looking quite scary. Then again, so is this Naga Sarin. These are the items with which you usually end the game. He has 18,000 net worth. Right now, those illusions. Hard to deal with. Tinker finally does have the Shiva's Guard. That is going to be a lot of damage being done by for you. Next item going to be a BKB. You're still playing against the Spirit Breaker, so it is a question how much that will actually help. I don't know if he's going for an agonist, but either way, he will still charge through the Tinker. Of course, very rarely, but I guess if you use the charge earlier, and that's what you want to do if you are if you're HF, and you're gonna see him and you are gonna bash him. So gonna go for a BKB, then into an Aghanim Scepter. I'm okay with any choice. BKB Ags, Ags Lotus, Ags BKB, everything is fine. 92% win probability for HF in this one. I say that's about right, but it means that it's still not over. Sigma, they're gonna do their best to stay in this game. For now, they're doing a hell of a good job. They're still not able to take a single tower down. Tinker now is always gonna be there just to do the most he can, but they just don't have a hero to go to a tower and push. The star on top, but will still stay alive. He's gonna try to clear out the creeps and hope that his own siege creep actually does take this tower down. They have 5 heroes on top. That means that the gold lead will just be increasing. Imagine if this tower doesn't fall, but Violent finally, he finds the courage to come to it and will take it down. Use the dust and Treant will be found. So we should be losing his life here. Still no chances of living, and Tinker comes over to claim the kill. That one is mine. Few nice sequence of events there. Side of HF.
Is under attack.
And Parny, say normalna. Parny, guys, everything is okay. Just focus. Arrow, to the Seeker, they have no follow-up. Double Starstorm, they're gonna get him low. That's not gonna be good enough. He does have the Gleipnir. You need to jump away again with Weavian. That's exactly what he'll do. He does have the Guardian Greaves to remove the Gleipnir, so overall his life wasn't really in jeopardy. But Violent, being this low, he needs to heal up. Batrider for a Lotus Orb. Oh, no, actually, he does get the lasso off. Ember doesn't go to Remnant because he knows they can't do anything to me. They're helpless. Side of his chains, they're in the back, but here comes the charge. They're gonna stopping him in his track. Doesn't pop the BKB in time. Vanscore looking very much dead. Let's see if he can finish him off. There was a rupture being used. Xani has to go for a song if he wants to live, but he has been caught. Overgrowth gonna be keeping them in place. Xani will be okay for now. We've only seen one casualty in the fight. It's gonna be a Rubik. Nice avalanche there onto a couple of heroes, but the arrow does connect. Tiny dropping low. Queasy will be fine. You need to deal with illusions, and that's what the Tinker is for. Erase misses the Sleight of Fist, so no chains are gonna be coming through. Sigma, they only lose one. If the Spirit Breaker used the BKB there during his charge, we would have had a different outcome. But he was stopped in his tracks. He couldn't get on top of the Tinker, and then everything changed because if you get on top of the Tinker and everyone just jumps in. But the illusions of the Naga, Xani, he can't do anything. He's going for an Aghanims. He wants to be able to deal with the Seeker. Makes sense. Seeker pops the BKB, use the ulti, you catch him, and then you just destroy him. Let's see how viable that is actually going to be for you. He's showing just how strong he is on this hero. He's going to be level 18 soon, so being able to TP onto his heroes, it's going to change things even further. In the race, he needed a pause for a second. Immediately, he's going to ask for a resume. Giving a thumbs up for Letari. Gets to drink some water, hydrate there. Maybe that was the problem. Ready. Sigma. Are they did they mute HF or something? HF weren't really annoying with the chat wheels or something. There were a couple of spams, but that's about it. Oh, they found the Spirit Breaker. Doesn't have the BKB. Doesn't have the charge. Gets the bulldoze off, but that's not going to be enough to live. He turns around, goes for a charge in. Going to be hiding in the trees, but he's actually low enough for them to see him clearly. Doesn't even want to use the ulti, and ultimately will be going down. Kuropatic gets the kill with the right click. Yep, I wasn't expecting that one, but at least they get something with Goldie. They're still going to be going towards HF. Even when they're losing heroes, they're still doing well in terms of farm, but they haven't been able to get a lot of kills happen around the map. Ember, Aghanim Scepter at the ready. That is important. They need the race to start doing the damage, to start creating chaos. If the Tinker is not dead, if the Tinker is not pushed back, dealt with, well, the Naga Siren can't really do a lot of damage in fights. Your illusions do get blinded. It's over. MKB doesn't really do good on illusions. If he had a Bloodthorn, then fine, but he didn't go for the Orchid build. Maybe this was just not the game not to get an Orchid. Let's see, Race and Weebian, they're under their own vision. They're keeping themselves in a good position to break the smoke. Weebian is going to be the only one that stays there. And he's going to break the smoke. They see the Naga illusion. They're going to be jumping on him. Oh, so many unfortunate things have happened right now for Sigma. They used everything. They're going to give a tip to Kuropatic. Well played, bro. You got him. That illusion. He's not going anywhere. Kuropatic is going to be taking up flight. Now the rest of the illusions coming in. I just killed one of you, but there's more of us left. Kuropatic, he has been charged. They want to take him down. That's not really the best hero considering that he already used the spells. And now, Proletari is going to get ruptured. He goes for a TP out. Lotus Orb was on him, but they do finish off the back. Race. Slowed down by the Shiva. Think about re-engaging, and here he comes. Immediately lifted up into the air. Does have the BKB. Can remove the silence. Vanscore. He will die. Race has to run away. Violent dropping low. Does have a BKB. A 7-second one. He would want to use it, but actually he wants to save it for as long as possible. Will be caught by the net. Finally, he does get to use that BKB, but baiting enough for his Tinker to be able to use a lot of spells. There are rockets flying everywhere, and HF don't want to be on the receiving end of that. They'll get themselves out. 1-4-0. Finally, we're gonna be seeing HF get a fight going their way, but again, the Naga Siren just not contributing enough. He cannot get close to the heroes, Shivas and the laser, doing way too much to deal with the illusions, and now he's thinking about a Hex. Something is being delivered. Does he have a full Abyssal? I think not. Not that farmed. Like, he's not that farmed. He's like 6 slotted 30 minutes into the game. And what's the Hex? Okay. I think they need the Yules for sure. This Tinker is too big of a problem. The defense matrix needs to be purged off. Or maybe you're waiting for a tier 4 item. They'll find the bat. That's why you have a way to remove that one. But the 4 staff with blocking rings is gonna be fine. Okay, Ember has been caught. Tossed. It's taking a lot of damage. Remnant to the side. But the sleep will keep him safe for now. He doesn't have any remnants. This is dangerous for him. He's gonna have one in a second. And now he'll toss it away. Goes to the left. He'll be fine. Look at the damage. Violent is taking. Doesn't have his BKB. Used it earlier. Defense matrix keeping him alive. Not for long. Saxani. And finally he gets the damage in. Stolen arrow. Not gonna be connecting on anyone. They caught the Tiny, reel him in. No, I don't want to go there, and you shouldn't, because only pain will be waiting for you. Queasy gets slowed down, but ultimately, he will be fine. They only lose Violent. So it is your carry. That is the one that should be taking down the racks. Is taking down the objectives later on. Not sure how much he can do in that regard. So now, Roche is going to be a target. It's going to be the next one that HF want to go for without the Seeker. There's really no way for Sigma to defend this one, but they're coming over. They want to fight. Vanscore going to be using the arrow. He's going to be getting some info into the pit, and the info is Erase has a double life, guys. We know it, but there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. So Shard on the Ember Spirit as well. So those remnants are going to be a problem for the Tinker, not allowing him to blink. Of course, that's where the defense matrix comes into play. That prevents the damage from coming through. One tower was lost by HF. They're in a really good position in this game still. Tinker might get caught, and he has been caught by Zoe. He has been charged up. Where does he go? Into the trees. The charge is coming forward. We see you. While seeing and being able to do something about it. Two completely different things. Even the song doesn't connect on him, and he will be fine. Who was that close? He wanted to go in first with the hit from the Chain Protector. Defense mate is just way too hard to deal with. They're kind of being used, maybe even on the Chain Protector. Moonlight Shadow being used. Rubik still has the arrow. Very good duration on that one. That could be a big one to catch some heroes to bring him down. Especially during the song TP out. If Rubik is in a good position, he can prevent a TP. Okay, now Sigma have an issue. The Spirit Breaker is going to be everywhere in the fight. So good luck getting away from him. Sanchin Kaya, Ember Spirit wants to contribute more in the damage department. I understand it. He wants to be able to do so much AoE damage that the supports cannot get close. And that's the goal here. Murana continuing to go for the items. Arrow. 4 staff just in time. Very nicely done there for Sigma. Waiting for the last possible moment. They didn't want to use it if they didn't have to. Naga has a Hex. I have to say maybe I would have preferred a Blink Dagger at some point. You're going with the Blink. And actually it's hard for Sigma. Defense Matrix on the Seeker. He knows he's being protected. He's going for a Manta, slide of his chains, and that does connect. Arrow, not going to be connecting on him. Not going to be connecting on the Tiny. He's being reeled in, taking a lot of damage from Violent. Pops the BKB, turns around to fight. They're going to get the lasso onto Kuropatic, but he's going to be, sorry, onto Proletari, but he's going to be more than fine. He goes with the charge. The BKB, not going to allow it to escape. Arrow, not going to be connecting, and people are dropping low, meaning that the Seeker is going to be very fast. Chasing for more. They don't see the Spirit Breaker, not just yet. They're going to find him in the trees. That's going to be a second casualty of war. Proletari going through, and he will not escape. They see him clearly because of the thirst, and for you is more than capable of finishing him off. The initiation from HF, it is not going to be successful. Even with the Aegis, they don't win a fight. Oh, Erase has been caught. Tiny a little bit too deep. He's going to be reeled in. The arrow does connect. Buyback coming up from the Chain Protector. They want to fight. Defense Mage is keeping him alive. And he's surviving. Now the Nagasari hasn't been part of these fights, but Sari is finally going to be going down. Actually, no, the Lotus Orb is going to be protecting. He's fine now. They found the Violent. He's healing up, but not going to be enough. Or is it? Zoe stands his ground in the end. Doesn't go down. Won't be dying back. And that's going to be 2 heroes dead for Sigma. Very close to Xani going down, but in the end, they do save him. He's always going for that reel in. He's not sending his illusions in. I understand. Doesn't feel too good, but basically You know, with this hero of 30,000 net worth almost, you are a... you're somewhat of a...
Radiant's middle
I know,
tower
worst
is under attack.
version of Pudge. Okay, now he's not gonna be reeling in anyone. He's just gonna be finishing off Xani. 6 kills to his name, 0 deaths, 2 assists. He really hasn't been part of the game. He has 630 CS against the Tinker this push. The Nagasari, it's not gonna be working out that great. They don't have any ways to heal the towers unless the Rubik steals something nice. Like the living armor, that's the only one gonna be helping them. But he forces the Tinker to come towards the bottom lane. And he sends the illusions towards the mid to deal with the towers. Very nice, Naga. Let's see what he does. I really want to see a Blink Dagger, but he's already stacked up without any spots. If you catch the Tinker, the fight is completely different. Like, then the Nagasari can play Dota. The thing is, it's dangerous to commit on him. This hero is not an easy one to kill. But if he's inside of a sleep, then it's completely different. Mirana now finishes a pipe that's going to be helping in terms of, you know, the barrier is not that big of a deal, but the percentage base reduced on the magical damage is a big deal. Yes, laser is pure, but the other forms of damage in the Tinker brings are all magical damage, and you want to reduce that one as much as possible, especially on the Naga illusions. You want those to live a little bit longer. Weebian, again, gonna be breaking the smoke while there's illusion nearby. They're gonna get a hex onto the Tiny, but the last on the Mirana. With the sleep being there, what was stolen? Is it the sleep? Yes, it is. So now the Rubik is gonna show. I can sing as well. Well, he got a little bit of stage fright there. Got into the sleep himself and not gonna be able to use it. Now he wants the shard. Obviously, he's gonna be getting it probably during the duration of the sleep. It is 240 seconds, though. Who knows? For those of you that don't know, a shard gives you 5% HP heal for you and your allies for every second that the sleep is going, and does increase the duration for 1 second, meaning that it's 8 seconds times 5, 40% of your HP. While your allies' HP does get healed up. The win probability continues to slide more and more in favor of HF, though believe me guys, this is still not over. Yes, it looks like HF are going to be taking it, but there is still a chance this Tinker is a big issue, and at some point Seeker is going to start doing massive amounts of damage. He's already being used as they found the Timeless Relic as well, so that's going to be a perfect one for the Tinker. I can't really think of a better item overall for him. Thinking about TPing towards top, Race shows himself. He knew he was just baiting. He thought there was any chance the Tinker comes over. Witchbane. Okay, that's the big item for the Naga. Being able to purchase one. Oh, overgrown. He gets himself away for you. Actually turns around to get the kill. He's just outplaying them right now. Showing them how playing this hero is done. You let me have my signature hero. I play this hero all the time. And you didn't know what you were getting yourselves into. Chef. Probably regretting the choice not banning him in the first phase, actually. Tinker, he was 2-4, now he's 7-4. He hasn't died for a very long time. He has more net worth than the Ember. So, the Witchbane is actually going to be on the Ember Spirit, but either way, you want to purge off the defense matrix. You do that, it's fine. It's 20-second cooldown, I think, on the Witchbane. So, you're not going to be using it too much. Spell Prism for the Naga. I guess you can give that one to the Spirit Breaker, to be honest. I think you wouldn't mind. The Naga will go with the Trickster's Cloak, giving some more magic resistance to him and his illusions. Makes sense. He's going for a Bloodthorn. Okay, I'm okay with that. You don't want to be missing. You don't want your illusions to be missing because of the laser. Sure. And you used like 2 or 3 Shivas and then you jump in, suddenly 700 AoE damage. That's just instant kill for these illusions, or at least they get low and then Avalanche just gone. I'm actually surprised that HF don't have a gem. Sigma do have one, but HF don't, considering that their lineup is actually quite reliant on better vision. Or at least when their opponent's not seeing them come in with a charge, so I would have assumed they want that one. They can't really cross the river all that much. Imagine, you've only lost 2 towers for... Actually 1 tower, sorry, 40 minutes into the game, and you cannot cross the river. That is just so, just goes to show how much this Tinker is bringing in. And it's, I have to say though, HF, they're not playing well around the Tinker. They're not itemizing correctly against him. They are not recognizing the threat. And that's why we're seeing them struggle now. The BKB from the Tinker will be used. I don't think he minds too much. Dungeon Kai, he does have the Aghanims, so the Shrink Ray is there. That's gonna be big. You know, getting people small than just stomping on them. It's getting, of course, you get their HP low. That Tinker looked there like he just instantly teleported. I didn't even see the blink, his turn rate or whatever. I guess that's what happens when someone is just too good at the hero. Going for a Bloodstone next, supposed to have a little bit more ability to spam out spells. Naga, it's gonna Drosh. See, they're coming over. Xani's thinking about using the song. Not gonna be doing it just yet. Moonlight Shadow protects him as well as the Lotus Sword. He'll be fine. Brace goes over, immediately goes out. And it is gonna be Sigma that finds a Witchbane as well. That is good for them too, because you want to be purging off the bulldoze of the Spirit Breaker. I don't know if Spirit Breaker maybe got a shard, but that is quite fun. When you have the shard, you use it. So guys, what it does, it gives you a new ability that you can use, and the next targeted ability in a AoE, it does go on you. So you use Bulldoze, and let's say someone uses a lasso, it lassos you, and well, just expires in a second. Spell Prism. We'll see if the Tinker maybe wants that one, but I doubt it. I think the Timeless Relic is actually much better. Are there any big items to change much? Tinker still doesn't have a Hex. I don't know if he's even looking towards that one. Jumping in, Ember, once the fight goes in, goes out. He was just checking where the enemies are, and look at how Sigma immediately they panic. They're gonna go for a smoke. They feel like this is the time. Ember is missing a couple of remnants there. It's gonna be good enough. Violent gonna be going into the pit, but there's gonna be a remnant of the Ember. Immediately doesn't give enough of an info of what's happening inside of that one. Violent, and with the Naga illusions coming over, you have to be careful. Actually, he wants it down. He does have the shard. He's gonna be able to take it down. It seems like you're not responding. Come on, HF. This is something that you should have thought. They're gonna go with the sleep, and a little bit too late, don't you think? What was stolen? It's a stolen sleep. So Vanscourt does have that one. Now he does have a shard. So it's a little bit different. And HF, they're just gonna let go of the Aegis and the shard just like that. Shard. Oh, can you give it to him? If Vanscourt didn't have it, then they gave it to him. Tiny shard doesn't make a lot of sense.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gets that one. Let's see, charging. Sleep just in time. Oh, they need to stop that one. If you continue, it's gonna be a problem. Get the lift. Oh, he messed up the lift. He actually lifted his own teammate. And now turning around, the Lotus Orb is going to be playing with his Mirana, going left and right. Tinker finally has been caught, but he does have the defense matrix. He's not going to be stunned at all. The Ember is doing so much damage. The stars are dropping from the sky. They do get the Battle Rider down, and the Aegis will fall as well. Tinker level 25. Those heat-seeking missiles, they are now mini-stunning. Or look at the speed of Proletari, but it is going to be the Glacier that stops him. He will be hexing the Tiny. The arrow does come through. He tries to dodge it, but he's not going to be able to do so. Ember in a lot of trouble now. Hexed up. He's going to get himself away with a Lotus Orb. He'll be fine. Stolen charge, and isn't gonna be enough to kill him. Sleep comes out and erases alive. He's being healed up by the shard. He will be okay. And Xani now, he's just gonna wait for his voice to fade, and then they're gonna be bringing down Violet, who does have a buyback again. Charge in from Vanscourt, but Proletari shows him who's the real cow here. Even the level 25 of the Tinker is not going to be enough. Violent. Okay, now he has the buyback. I don't know what he did there for a second. He lost his buyback. They're going to be using the Hex. Going forward, Sani wants the scale with a Bloodthorn. The Tiny is gone. No chance to do anything. And for you, well, this is a Tinker's wet dream when you can just defend the base and spam your spells. But the thing is that they have no more chances of going to Division 1. If they lose this one, Proletari think about going in, but he stops. Man, that looks like a ram is ready to take down everything. And exactly what is happening here. They're ramming down the base of Sigma. They have these illusions to protect them from heat-seeking missiles. They're coming over. But it doesn't matter. Xani is taking it like a man. And another lane of racks will most likely fall. Violent doesn't want to buy back. They cannot push the top lane. They can't get megas on HF. But 2 lanes of racks is going to be good enough for you to feel super confident about winning this game, winning this series. That doesn't really give anything to HF other than the satisfaction of showing the 3 games in a row they're much better than Sigma.YNT. And imagine that morale boost. Like, you're going to be eliminated. You didn't really have any kind of chances to go through, and then you're beating teams that had chances of going to Division 1. Really cool shards on the Tinker. You get a new ability, Warp Flare, and you kind of send the enemies back. Teleport them away. That's very nice. We're gonna get the lasso, the Moonlight Shadow protecting him, and actually the Trinity will be fine with the Spirit Breaker going through. He's gonna go through everyone. He has been ruptured, so Proletari, you're not really getting out of this one. You can't even get the ulti out there. Get the Hex onto the Naga. Tinker is gonna start doing the damage, but look at the overgrowth. It's gonna be great onto a lot of heroes. Sleep is ready. Go for it if he wants to, but Erase, he is continuing to do so well. The amount of damage this guy does is just insane. And he just takes away Sigma.YNT's life over and over and over again. They're seeing this gem, they're thinking it's a bait, but no, Sigma just don't have the power to take it back. They don't have the power to defend. All 3 of their cores are alive. They have to buy back. HF, they have all 5 of their heroes. 5 versus 3, what can you do? No BKB on the Tinker, no BKB on the Seeker. It's gonna be at least 30 seconds until they have those. You have to fight. You have no choice. Gonna be able to use the laser there, but it doesn't matter. Megasire immediately purchases that one off. He will be taking down the next set of mirror image illusions. Megasire has to move away. Witchbane backpack is level 25 of the Naga. And the last tier 3 tower has fallen. You still have the Raxus though. Support's back in less than 20 seconds. We are gonna have at least one more 5 versus 5 here between the 2 teams. The last games being played in Division 2 here in this season by these 2 teams. HF, if they play like this, they're probably going to be getting through the qualifiers back into Division 2. Hopefully they stay together because this team definitely has potential and they're showing it day after day here. Sigma.YNT. Good for them. The day started, everyone thought they were the favorites. Everyone thought that the HF could never beat them. Maybe 1 game, but then 3 games in a row. A bit of an unfortunate turn of events in game number 1. For those of you that don't know, there was a power outage for HF. The only reason, literally the only reason why they lost game number 1. There was no chance in hell. 20 minutes in, they had a 13k gold lead and an Aegis in their favor. X on the Tinker. See what he can do, but there's a lot of Lotus Orbs on the other side. They didn't go for the Yule Scepters. They didn't really kill the Tinker. Tinker hasn't died for a very long time. They don't care. They just itemized to live through him and kill everybody else. Ember Spirit, he has the Shiva, has the Gleipnir. He wants to get the Agonist Blessing as well as the Hex. Of course, that's a little bit too much. Looking at his farm, looking at the farm of everybody. People are just rich in this game. 1,000 gold lead. Smoke will break. Sani is way too fast. He's gonna get lasso. Maybe bring him down. He's gonna get a Lotus Orb on him. That might be enough to save him. He's keeping himself alive. Lift up is there. They really want him dead. Xani is surviving. He has the sleep. And he's thinking about using it. There it is. It's finally gonna be okay. Violet is being protected by the Lotus Orb, but it's not gonna be enough of a protection, my friend. You need a better one. And with a charge, he'll be taking down the Seeker who doesn't have a buyback. It is a chase for glory right now for HF. Give me Vanscore. He is gone. Erase continuing to show just how strong he is. And the addition of this guy just made HF a completely different team. No disrespect to Toshi, but this is what HF needed to be a great team. This is what they were lacking. Sani now is coming forward. He survived through everything. They really did a ton of damage to him. Now it's going to be taking even more of it for you. Takes care of one set of illusions, but the other one is still there. He's going to be hexed up there. No, the Lotus Orb, he doesn't really care with the defense matrix. He moves immediately with the force step. They get himself away, but for you, still alive. He's going to try to get himself out again. Needs the defense matrix. Has to stand his ground. Let's go, but I'm surrounded. Where are my teammates? There are none. He does have a buyback, but he doesn't want to come back. Actually, there it is. He's not playing for KDA. He's playing for glory. He's playing for victory that is just gonna be evading him in this series, it seems like, for you. Even with the Tinker, even with a hero that he has been undefeated so far, 3 wins, 0 losses. Now that is gonna be changed by none other than HF, a team that has been eliminated. Defense Matrix protects him. Into the fountain we go. And they are not going to be chasing in that one. He has the BKB, he has the defense matrix. He would actually win, jumps in with the BKB, showing just how powerful he can be. He wants to get some kills. He is really a god on this hero. 1 versus 5, and ultimately you will be silenced for good. And that is going to be it for this game. That is going to be it for this series. YNT is fighting not too much success. He's not as strong as the Tinker. And Sigma.YNT, they lose. And they have absolutely no chance of going to Division 1. Vanscore, he's holding his head. He cannot believe. Guys, what the hell just happened? How could we lose literally 3 games in a row against HF that looked like the team who couldn't get a single map off of some teams? But they found the answer. They changed up Toshi. They brought Erase, who has been crushing it here in Division 2, playing just awesome Dota. And even from a PC game club, from a place that they're not comfortable in, they're going to be getting 2 wins here. They're still going to be eliminated, guys. So now we know which teams are going to Division 1, which teams are eliminated. Hydra and PuckChamp going to Division 1, and it is going to be HF and X3 that are eliminated. Of course, we already knew that one even before this series started, but we didn't know that Sigma.YNT are just going to be staying in Division 2 on position number 3. So now we have one more series. It is going to be PuckChamp versus Hydra. I can't say that it's a battle for a top spot, but if PuckChamp win, they're going to be forcing out a tiebreaker that will be played tomorrow for that number 1 spot. But of course, Hydra are coming in as the favorites. But tomorrow, the one, or well, you can say 3 tiebreakers that we're going to have is going to be between Cybercats, Rise Esports, and YNT. Those are going to be best of ones. And if PuckChamp wins now, we're going to have the second one of PuckChamp versus Hydra tomorrow as well. All those starting at 12 CET. With that being said, guys, we're going to go on to a short break, and then we're back with the second and final series of the day and the final series of the Eastern European DPC Division 2.